I was
That's Tank and who's the basketball one?
yeah,
Yeah, Manny, right?
Manny, yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, Manny and Tank do that one,
Yeah, but I was just
which
like
is
December 1st.
which I mean, if anybody does any basketball, that's theirs. I was thinking in the off season, how so? Tell me about basketball. Does it run into after after football? I'm assuming, right? Like how much longer?
The finals are usually like in June.
Okay,
Awesome, I know.
I hear it. Uh, it's all
Doorbell
right.
just rang,
We
so
haven't officially started.
I
Uh,
know.
we're live, but we haven't officially started. Um, I was almost wondering if we should give them the Wednesday live, and then we just do our Wednesday shows because we're
So
Dynasty. Of course, we're gonna keep going,
yeah. So do
but
like recorded shows after the season.
right, I was gonna talk to him about that and maybe just do the recorded shows. People can always jump in the Discord and the comment and then till June, because then June would open up after the draft, or we could both go live. It's up to them. We can
Yeah.
give them the slot. I know sometimes we go live. I think we'll probably end up going live during March. We'll see. I don't know. I know Manny is a very busy person in the Nerd Huddle. We haven't even met him yet.
Right. Well, I was gonna say, like, we'll probably have to ask them, but they might not even be available on Wednesdays. So
Right, but I mean, if they don't do it, so if we give them the Wednesday slot for them to do basketball, okay, which is fine. I'm okay
yeah,
with it. But then if they can't do it, then we'll just go live that night. You know what I
makes
mean?
sense.
So that's what I was kind of thinking. What we could do, but of course, leave it to Tank, our boss man, and let him decide on that. Because
Yeah, I'd be okay with that though.
yeah. I mean, it's off season. I mean, typically,
Oh,
we're only
what?
gonna
I
get
missed the
dynasty
start.
questions. What's
Apparently, he
up?
wants us to He missed the start. Apparently,
We haven't started yet.
well, he didn't hear the question that we were talking about.
Oh, I was saying that if after football season, and I guess this would depend on Manny, um, whoever this individual is, uh, that we haven't met. But if you guys wanted to go live with fantasy basketball, if that's what you guys wanted to do, um, if that's what you guys are more familiar with, I'm totally out on basketball. I've given up on basketball. No offense to those basketball lovers. Um, I think they're just as bad as soccer players. But I think soccer players.
They have rules now instated. I guess flops are
So I've
actually
heard,
down. Yeah,
and this
flops are
this
down.
this might intrigue me to go back
Yeah.
to watch it. But I think I watched the Suns the other day for 30 seconds, and there was a foul that was beyond dumb, and I gave up. I went back upstairs. I just can't. Um, so it's just a show, but fantasy basketball is difficult. Uh, yeah, so I don't know if is it a fantasy show you guys do, or it's up to you. Like, as I'm saying, we can give up the slot while we're on off season. I know, and then whenever you guys can't, we'll just go live. We'll probably, to be honest, we're probably just gonna go live anyways. Let's
Well,
be
you said,
honest.
did we just become best friends? Is going on Wednesdays.
Okay,
Interesting.
that's right. That's right. Then we'll take the Thursdays. I don't know. It's Dynasty. We run all year, so we'll figure it out. All right. Well, anyways.
Oh, they're just talking NBA. They're not doing fantasy NBA.
Oh, they're not doing fantasy NBA.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, hey, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, you guys can go live. I know there's shows out there that just talk football, but don't necessarily talk fantasy, which is fine too. So, anyways, that was just the idea. Um, just talk before the show, or 5 minutes of whateverness, get people intrigued, and then yeah, we'll start the show here pretty soon. So, yeah, I don't know when do off season start for us? Literally the week after, which is I think February 13th or something like that.
So February 13th is the Super Bowl this year.
That's what it is. So the following week,
it'll be like the 20th. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you and I are gonna get hard into the Senior Bowl.
Heck yeah.
That is one hell of a game.
Yeah, I'm
Look, all Nerd Huddle has to.
I'm watching that one live this year.
Look, Nerd Huddle, you have to watch this. Like it's the greatest game ever. Like you think Super Bowl's great. Oh, look, this is where these college players play the best of the best, and it is phenomenal. It is great. I've been watching it for the past couple years, and that's one of my favorite games. And I look forward to that game every year. And I really, this guy, yeah, okay, okay, whatever. You know what I meant.
Block the comment. No, just kidding.
Stupid. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I think it's one of the greatest games ever. I want to attend one of those games. I think that game would be freaking awesome. And I don't think the tickets are that expensive either. Not as much as an NFL game. It's just college. So the Rose Bowl games or Rose Bowl. The bowl games are this week, and so that's something I want to pay attention to as well.
Might be going to a bowl game.
Yeah, the Wisconsin one, right?
No, Maryland or
Maryland?
Minnesota.
Okay, all right. I know you guys were talking about it Monday, so
yeah, they're playing at Chase Field.
Yeah, weren't they like a couple hundred though, something like that?
Well, nosebleeds, like the upper deck was only like $50.
Oh, that ain't bad. That ain't too bad.
Then
Is that what you guys thinking about getting?
Then there was a middle section that was like $100, and then like the lower sections I think were like $200 to $300. So not terrible.
Okay, all right. Oh, well, it's not too bad. I don't know if it. And that's Saturday, right? This Saturday?
No, the 28th.
28th. Okay.
3 days after Christmas.
Well, if I'm not doing anything and I'm not driving to Montana, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I do want to attend one of these college games because I know they're pretty good. So might be going to the Orange Bowl. Oh, well,
nice.
There you go. Cool. Well, let us know how that goes. And see who your fantasy prospects you're thinking about, and give us defensive guys too, because I'll probably end up advertising them here too, anyways. So, all right. Well, let's get started. What is up? It's another episode of Dynasty Pylon. It is Thursday night football, with Vikings hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game is a joke to us because why? The Lions basically almost defeated both of these teams. So is this a battle of the sucks? Is it?
It's hard to say it's a battle of the sucks because they're both still in the playoff hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, Pittsburgh is the last team out right now. So if they win and one person loses, they'll be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say it's a battle of the sucks. But that being said, I don't think these teams are particularly that good.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I totally agree. So yeah. But between these two teams, I think it's funny that the Lions gave them a run for their money. There's a lot of players like Dalvin Cook is potentially playing today, from what they're saying. Now here's the trust issue. Do you trust him to last the whole game, or do you just go with confidence and start Madison, and potentially knowing that Cook can go off? In my opinion, I feel like I would put Madison over Cook because I know that Cook could re-aggravate his injury, and I feel like they're kind of forcing him in. But I don't know how like, what would you do if you had both the handcuff and the running back? Like, what would you do in this scenario? Or would you play them both?
I would probably lean towards just playing Madison.
Madison and not Cook.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it might end up biting me in the butt, but personally, I think the Steelers have a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
I think it takes one hit, and if you start Cook, if he gets hit on his first attempt, boom, he's out, and now you have no points.
Where Madison can,
whereas Madison,
a little bit more durable.
Yeah, Madison, I feel like will be there the whole game. I'm not saying he's going to put up major points.
Okay, so if you're 7-6 and you have Cook and Madison, and you need to win this week because you're 7-6, What are you doing?
I'm playing Madison.
You're still putting Madison? Okay,
Yeah.
with confidence.
It's hilarious you say that because the guy that I'm facing has both of those players.
Jesus.
I'm hoping he puts in Cook. And then he gets hurt.
All right. Well, that's your take. I'm gonna say Madison as well. I don't like saying it, but it is what it is. All right. So earlier we were talking about just basketball and college football coming up, and then Tank mentioned that we should do a watch party for the Senior Bowl and Dynasty Pylon. And you guys can hit us with all the big senior names. We could, but that would be one dedicated Saturday to the whole game. So I don't know us guys at the Dynasty Pylon have that much patience. I think we're the most successful group of the Nerd Huddle to cut out an hour and be done. Where right. I think we're in other shows we're like, well, however, I guess in the off season last season we went a little longer than expected. We went almost an hour and a half, but at some point it was getting annoying. You're like, okay, we need to cut out in an hour. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let Mark and Martin deal with that. The future guys. Let future Mark and Martin deal with that. Let those guys deal with it. But we're in the now, and that's a few months away. But they are declaring on who's going to be in it, which is kind of exciting. The list just keeps getting bigger and bigger. If you go to the Reese's Senior Bowl game in Mobile, Alabama, the list should be up now, and I think it is updating. Mm-hmm. It should be updating as the weeks progress. So yeah,
yep. I just refreshed my server, and it just added like a bunch of people.
Is our 4 guys in there, like right off the bat, or just?
Well, the only one I think who qualifies is Hutchinson,
right? Because the other ones are juniors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So
and then I don't think he needs to go, but
no, he does not. He'll probably pull a Najee, go show up. He might play a couple snaps. But yeah, so Lions are number 1. And we were talking about this opening up the Pittsburgh and Vikings. Yes, this week they are number 1. We're giving them the praise. They are the best team in the NFL. Why? Because they beat the Vikings. Vikings beat Packers, and Packers beat the Arizona Cardinals. Therefore, they are number 1. But is that going to last? I don't think so. We'll see how good the Lions do this week. But thank you for joining us.
They're not eliminated from the playoffs, and that's all that matters.
No, they are not. Miraculously, they can still make it. Houston, however, on the other hand, definitely are. And if you watched yesterday's show, we showed this weird configured bracket. That's not really a bracket. It was more of a list. But it was the playoff picture. So, anyways, we're here at your lunch hour, on lunch hour. Senior lunch hour on your East Coast, as Tank would say. So if you're working, awesome.
Senior dinner hour.
Yes, senior dinner hour. Yeah, you're right. So if you're working, awesome. You're watching us on your lunch break, perfect. But anyways, we're talking about football. We are talking about Week 14 kickoff today, and I guess more recent news that just kind of happened. I'm gonna let you answer this. How do you feel about Tony Pollard?
Tony Pollard?
Yeah.
Oh, he's supposed to be a good for Sunday's game against Washington.
Did you hold on? So have you not heard?
No, I just looked at it earlier today. What do you do now?
Oh, they're saying he might not play, dude. He might not play.
Now he's not playing. Oh my
Potentially.
God. Potentially.
I'm gonna look up at the. All right. So go ahead. I'll let you read it because you're opening it up right now. And
oh no, he tore his left plantar. Oh no. Oh no!
This is awesome. This is raw, footage of you discovering this. I'm surprised you didn't hear about it. He's your guy.
No, the last thing I said was something about his foot, but he said he was on track to play.
I guess. In all fairness, this was only 14 minutes ago. So
it was 14 minutes ago. I looked at it earlier today.
14 minutes ago.
Oh no!
We have an injury with Pollard. His left plantar fasciitis. So basically, I've talked about this before.
Same thing Taysom Hill had. Yeah.
Do I bust out my shoe?
If you can find one.
I have a shoe. Well, I have a shoe. Look, I have a large amount of shoes
Here, shoe.
ish. Okay, so where you're just underneath
So
where
like
the
right
foot,
here.
yep, right there. There's the ligament that goes from here to here. Basically, it stretches the toes. It's basically like when you have you ever pushed down on your wrist ever, and then it triggers one of your fingers or something. Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
That's basically what this muscle does on the foot.
So
So
it triggers the toes.
yes, which triggers the toes, triggers the toe, the the big toe and all that. So what's going to happen is every single time he plants, it's going to sting, it's going to hurt. Can he deal with the pain and deal with it potentially? But even if he does run on his toes, it's still going to hurt. Why? Because the toes are going to stretch this entire ligament right there. So if Zeke is good, I don't think they play him. I really don't.
You know, you heard it scoring that touchdown too.
Yeah, he did. So I just think it's funny because we might see the old timer of we haven't seen in a while is Corey Clement out of the backfield if they're still running him, or if not, the big one is I'm seeing is Ito Smith, and
Hines is on
which
bye.
I don't understand. It's another Falcon.
I don't have any running backs.
So what's with the Falcons going to the Cowboys? I don't know.
Dan Quinn?
I guess. But he did draft him. I just don't feel like he's the answer. So it's gonna be if you have Zeke, good for you. He's gonna be used a lot, but he's also kind of banged up too, isn't he? A little bit. His knee, right? So we'll see. We'll see how that game goes.
Knee and hip, I think.
Yeah. And was it his groin? No, I don't know. So it's going to be a doozy for them. So let's just say this: it's going to be a lot of air yards. So if you have Dak, good for you, because I think all those guys are going to get some type of work in. So except for Cedric Wilson, I don't think he's playing. So you got Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, Cooper's back, and Dalton Schultz. So awesome for you if you have Dak, because he's going to be throwing like no other. So other than that, that was the recent news.
CD, let's go all day.
Yeah, I hope so too. That'd be great. So all right, so here's what we have first. As we're just going to talk about these real quick. Jets and Saints. Yes, did I say that right? Yeah, Jets and Saints. I feel like this one's going to be an interesting. Like Kamara's back apparently. Kamara should be full-time go. With the positive test of Ingram, not going to be playing. We might see some snaps with Montgomery. So I don't like either of these teams as going into fantasy, but I think I'm going to choose New Orleans. They have a better, stronger team than the Jets. So, are you putting any Jets in besides maybe Elijah Moore?
That's about it. Yeah. Oh, what do you got on defense? No defense, guys.
CJ Mosley.
Say CJ Mosley is the first guy that came to my mind. What about the safety that you like? Is he May?
Oh,
May.
Yeah, he's disappeared again.
Yeah, they disappear again.
Yeah, he's I don't know what's he was doing fine. I think he disappeared or he got injured. I don't know. That's how much I know what that's going on right now. So as of now, but yeah, that's the interesting one right now. So we were just talking about Dallas against Washington. It should be a heavy defensive team with both of these guys. Do we see Gibson getting into the end zone maybe once?
I think Gibson gets in at least once.
I think he gets in once. Probably not a field day for him, but I think he gets in one. Zeke might get one. As for offense for the Cowboys, I think most of those guys are probably it's either gonna be really high or really low. I mean, this all depends on you guys how well Washington defense shows up.
Well, they've been playing really good lately, so
yeah. Are you wearing your Taylor jersey?
Yeah. 21.
Nice. Okay. All right. It's like the only away one you have, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
only away one I have.
yeah. So yeah, and then we got Falcons and Carolina Panthers. I think that the Panthers, you basically start everyone. Atlanta can't stop any. Chuba Hubbard full time. Like, just go. I think they're gonna run a lot. I think the issue with the QBs there at Carolina is still a factor. Is Cam gonna be able to do it with more, or is it gonna be PJ Walker? Do they go 50-50? I don't think it's gonna be anything great. We'll see. Maybe, dude, I might think the Falcons could probably win this one. I'm not saying it's a strong one, but I think they could probably get this one off. So here you go. Call me crazy, but how do you feel about starting both Cook and Madison? All right, so we just talked about this 5 minutes ago. I don't feel confident with Cook as much as I do feel confidence with Madison. The only issue in you're gonna have to accept if you put Madison in, you feel confident that he's gonna play majority of the game. The only issue, Cook is good and Cook will be productive. The only issue is, are you going to be able to handle him getting in the end zone or just pop off? Like, there's that factor that Cook could re-aggravate his injury. I mean, he's done this time and time again, year after year. He gets injured, goes out, comes back in, gets hurt again, and then he's done for the game. Like, he does this.
My biggest concern too, though, is the injury is his pec. Doesn't that, like, when you're like securing the ball,
yes,
your pec comes into play.
Fumble it.
Like,
and
if he fumbles like 3 times on 4 carries, you start Cook and you're like, oh, he's got -8 points.
I think if he fumbles once, they're gonna pull him out.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying.
I honestly hate to say this. I really do, but I feel more confident in the healthier back. I would put Madison over Cook, despite Cook is a better running back, despite that maybe he goes off for 80 yards and a touchdown. I don't know this. Like, if I had a crystal ball, I would look into it right now for you right now, and I would straight up tell you. But the problem is, both these guys are going against a tough run defense. TJ Watt's not going to be easy with them at all. Hayward's not going to be easy with them at all. So, what about starting both? Well, you could. I just don't like who are your other backs that you're willing to start both your RB slots and then wait for the other flex. So,
I mean, yeah, you have the luxury of starting them both and knowing whatever running game the Vikings have, you get it. But, like, if Cook goes in, gets hurt, that's just an empty roster spot.
Yeah, it is.
They could have had somebody else.
So I think that they put him on a carry count, like a snap count. I don't think Cook's getting many carries. Maybe Google it. Yeah, I agree.
He has Burkhead and Peterson, apparently.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh.
Oh, well.
It's like me, man, scraping the bottom of the barrel. I had Peterson on my team for a week.
I think
I feel you, man.
You're okay with starting both.
I feel you.
Oh, dude, that is bad.
Yeah, I feel you.
You must have a horrible injury bug.
I have no healthy running backs right now. My only other running back besides Pollard is Robinson.
CMC, maybe. I don't know. Damn, that is scraping the barrel. Yeah. Like the barrel always is like wet at the bottom when you dump. Like, this guy is like getting a chisel and scraping the bottom of it, going for the dry piece. Like, that's how bottom of the barrel. My man Manos here. Like,
I feel you though, man. I feel you. Like I said, I'm just as bad in my league. I'm just as bad in my league, man. I have 3 running backs. One's on bye, one's not playing, and the other is questionable.
The only thing is I think so. Rex Burkhead is where is he at right now? I haven't even looked it up right now. I haven't looked up Rex Burkhead all season. Why? Because he's on Houston, and they are against Seattle.
Plus, I think David Johnson's coming back, so I don't know. And even with David Johnson out, he didn't do anything last week against the Colts.
Yeah, but it's game time. It's decision making today. So if he makes is it 2 RB spots? Because what's up,
Brady? I said I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel too, and he goes, "That's because one person's hoarding all the running backs in our league."
Hey,
you gave him the running backs.
You got to do what you got to do, all right? I might pick up another one just because.
I think quarterbacks is worse.
So both running back slots and then the flex. I'm hoping your receivers and QB are good. So I almost and the thing is, it doesn't help that they're against the Steelers either.
Right, but I think his best bet's just to start both of them.
You think so? I don't know, but
who are you gonna put in, Peterson or Rex?
I don't know about Peterson. I mean, Rex Burkhead does have Seattle, and Seattle is like, I'm good this week. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna let everybody run this week. Damn, guy. I think you're gonna have to play both. You play both. That sucks, my guy. That really sucks.
Hope for Madison to break some, and then short
what if they both go off?
That's why I said
they both could get pummeled. Here's the thing: they could both get pummeled. It's the Steelers' defense. Like, that's what they have. They don't have an offense. I mean, not a confident offense. They did last week or the week before that, where Deontay Johnson just went off. That one's tough, man. But I think you might have to put both in. And I'm saying it like that because I don't feel confident either in that. And I'm sorry. I really hope that this is not make or break week for you, because if it is, you better start praying for the fantasy football guys, because Jesus, you need it. Oh my God. Let us know how you do. Come back on Sunday. We'll be here with the rest of the crew. We'll be talking about that. You know what? I'm going to be thinking about Mano all tonight. I really am. This is going to bug me because he's playing them both potentially, or whatever he goes with. On Sunday, when you come back, let us know what you went with, if you started them both, or if you decide to go with Rex or AP, because that really sucks. And if not, you could tell us sooner in our Discord channel or on our Sleeper channel if you're on it. Descriptions are below. So, but let us know, man. Come back Sunday and we'll talk about that. See if you're still in the contention to make playoffs. If not, I'm real sorry, pal. Injuries suck, man. So Pitt's running defense is actually really, really bad. It is to a certain extent. Kind of. Like, I just think that when TJ Watt is healthy, it's a little bit more difficult for them. But if you feel like you need to put them both, go for it.
27th in the league out of 32.
I mean, is that overall with both offense and defense?
No, I think that's his running.
Well, hey. I mean, it's not
that's Pittsburgh's running defense.
No. Well, I think you can confidently say put them both, right?
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at the rankings yet of the defense yet, so I probably should have before going on. But overall, I mean, it's kind of like the Chargers. You don't put your receivers against them, but I know you could run against them. So I know that for sure. Like, these stronger defenses, it sucks. Like, I know defense right now is when it matters most. And I think lately, these last couple of weeks is where people are starting to look at defense more. You start doing a little bit more research in defense than you are as of during the week. Redraft leagues, at least. So, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say still put both, regardless of the fact. Anyways, so is that kind of like what you're thinking too, or is that?
Yeah, that's what I already said. After I saw who else he had, I was like, I think you got to go both.
Yeah, I mean, Adrian might score in a goal line carries, maybe. But hey, anyways,
that's what he did last week. But that's literally all he did.
That's all they're pretty much using him for. Penny's back, I guess, so we'll see. So Jacksonville and Tennessee Titans. Not too exciting.
No,
I don't feel like I really want to watch that game. However, they both kind of like. Is Jacksonville like in tankage mode? They're just kind of accepting where they're at, like potentially.
Seems like it after they got completely blown out by the Rams last week.
I mean, I think there might be a little pride issue there with Trevor. He might try his best. I mean, he's doing pretty good for a rookie. Like people are giving him, they're not giving him as much prop as what I've seen. I think that Trevor Lawrence is going to be. I think he's going to be really great. I mean, next year with DJ Chark back, hopefully they upgrade their line. I think we see Trevor being, at least top 15, at least that, maybe 20. But I mean, as of now, he's not anything great that anybody wants to put him. He's not even probably like. Do you see people starting him? No. I think people are probably just like. I don't even think he's streamable, to be honest.
I was gonna say I had him as a backup, but I think I got rid of him.
He's not even streamable, and it's just that the team's bad. The team's bad.
Well, it was a redraft league, though, not a dynasty league.
Oh well, yeah.
I would
of course, you're not going to drop Trevor Lawrence in a dynasty league. No way.
Mm-hmm.
He's ranked 24th right now, so it's not that great. But hopefully next year
he'll get there.
He's 20. With confidence, I think he'll get there. All right, so Raiders and KC. This is an interesting game. These guys always battle it out, despite record and how well they're doing. These two are. This is always a fun game to watch every single year. Interesting thing. Do you trust their defense, Kansas City?
Yes, I do know. They've been hot.
Okay. Would you start them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There you go.
I'm pretty sure they were one of the top defenses last week.
There you go, Tank. All right.
I just don't have. I don't think the Raiders' offense is that good.
I think they're very underrated.
They put up 14 points against Washington's defense.
Okay, that's because Washington does weird things.
Sometimes Washington does weird things.
Yeah, because I can't. I don't know what they do. Like they show up and then they don't show up. But I don't know. I think Renfrow is a very big threat. I think Renfrow has done in the last couple of weeks. I don't think he's been under 15. I think he's been like the receiver top 15 right now.
Yeah, he had like 9 catches for like 100 yards last week.
I mean, can they stop that? I mean, Foster Moreau is pretty good. I mean, he's a valuable asset. And losing Waller, I think Renfrow is going to still do good. I don't think they can stop him, but we'll see. I like I said, these two teams usually they show their colors when they're playing each other. They start doing some desperate things, and I don't think KC is very good at doing desperate things now.
Patrick Mahomes isn't in the top 10 quarterbacks.
I know. I saw a funny stat the other day.
And Cousins is.
Yeah. Well, whoa. Cousins is usually yeah.
Who would have thought at the beginning of the year Cousins would be? I think he's like 6 or 7, and then Mahomes is like 12 or 13. Who would have thought that? Yeah.
So I saw this thing.
Oh, Brady's number 1, of course, but.
So Patrick Mahomes thrown a season high of 12 interceptions. 7 of them hit his receivers,
and they dropped them. Yep.
No,
I know.
So
that's what they said. The biggest issue with the offense, they say everyone's put, because I was watching a video and they were like, everyone's putting all this stock into everyone dropping 2 safeties, and he goes, look at what the Broncos and the team before that were doing. They were only dropping 1 safety. They're like, teams have gone back to just dropping 1 safety because the Kansas City receivers can't catch the ball. They lead the league in drops.
No, yeah, it sucks. Mahomes is just like all alone.
And then they brought up that stat, like you said, like over half of his interceptions were in the hands of his receivers.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I feel bad for the guy.
Me too. Well, I mean, I don't feel that bad. He was making like $500 million, but and we got technical difficulties. Bye, Martin. We'll miss you. So he seems to think Vegas. I don't like Vegas. I like New England better. What you do, Martin? Come back. No. Braden, you want to jump on? Anybody? Martin?
Yeah, what's up? I don't know what's going on.
Oh, just a voice. Hey, there we go.
There you go.
He's back.
Yeah. My computer. I forgot to charge it again. Life of a college student, man. This is what happens. I take it off the charger and I'm doing work, and I plug it in, but forgot to charge it, because it's connected to the surge. So I forgot to switch the surge on, and I got a notification that you're at 1%. And as soon as I hit the surge, it died. I was like, oh, well, there you go. That's great. Freaking awesome. Anyways, all right. So so what happened? What I miss? Anything in the comments here?
4 comments.
So Braden said, you mean
Braden?
He just did a KC receiver and then dropped it. So, and then this is if we like KC better. As in, yeah. Was that to you or to me? And then, sorry. And
that could have been me. Well, I said that you like Vegas. I said, but I like KC. I think.
Yeah, we have not been yesterday.
On the same page. Yeah, we've been.
No. I like this.
Opposite. Yeah,
I like this. This is why we need a third guy.
I know. I was just thinking that. Braden, been a hot minute since we had Martin die on stream.
Yeah, it's been a while. Or have an audio issue. We've gone better, right?
Yeah,
we haven't hit our year mark yet. All right, so let's see. I have Conklin, all right, and you have Fairmouth.
Mm-hmm. For tonight's game. Who
else did we debate on? There was one more. I might have to watch that video again. But I know that was the big one between you and I. And then right now you're choosing. All right, so are you just choosing the fact that KC will win or just KC's defense will uphold?
Well, I think KC's defense will dominate the Raiders.
Okay, so you think they're going to win? I don't think so. I think the Raiders.
I don't know how good the offense is going to do because they've been, like I said, struggling with especially the receivers. But
I think Josh Jacobs is going to run all over them. I really think so.
But also, since we're on the Raiders, you think it's time to do our segment?
Yes. Go ahead, hit it.
Look, there he is.
Are we going to get that one? No, I'm talking about this one.
No,
there
I know. No, I got it.
You got it? All right. Max Crosby or minimum Crosby? I don't know. Lately,
last week we got minimum Crosby.
Jesus, he is.
But his projections were a little high. He was projecting at like 8.
He's done so good. So good at the beginning. I thought he was going to run for DE number 1. And it just dropped. Like completely off the face of the earth. And I don't know what's going on with this guy. He's really good. And when I'm watching him, he's I'm watching Raiders. I'm like, he's good. He's putting pressure on the QB. I think he just needs to work on some speed drills or something because he's like this close every time. He's doing his job. It just sucks for fantasy that it's just not right there. And I think what's
well, it also sucked this past week. He was going up against Heineke. He had Heineke like 3 or 4 times, and he wiggled out.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is.
It's like I don't know what Heineke's doing, but he just like does this little spin move, and they just like he's like slippery, and he just gets out.
One of these games, Crosby's gonna get double digits here soon.
Oh, I think so. I think so.
Just confidently to put him in my lineup. No, it kind of sucks right at that point. So, but anyways, so you're picking Ray or
oh,
KC.
It was the receivers. You had MVS, and I said somebody else. I think I said Judy. Judy. I said Judy.
You said Judy, and I said MVS.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So MVS and Judy. You got KC, I got Raiders, and I got Conklin, and you got Fairmouth. This is gonna be an interesting week. Very interesting. We've been playing for years that we're almost identical because we've looked at our teams. We discovered that our dynasty teams are almost asset to each other.
Yeah.
Your QBs are to my receivers, or my receivers to your QBs, or running backs, or vice versa, or our IDP guys are almost identical, same guys. Are on the same team. It's really weird. I looked at the league and I'm like, this is insane. Which does not surprise me. Why I'm 6-7 and you're 7-6, and we're both fighting for the 6th spot. We might have to reevaluate our.
Yeah, we might need to do some something. Yeah, but I feel like both of us were hit really bad with injuries. So
we did. It was bad. So. But we'll see how this week goes, because this week it'll if I know I'm gonna lose, I think I might make some cheap trades Monday night before the game ends. Cheap trades. So yeah, we'll see. Anyways, all right. Last game here on the first page, we have Seattle and Houston. We kind of talked about that. This should be an interesting one. I think that Seattle just kind of sneaks away with the win. Yeah, I don't think Houston's got what it takes. Even if Tyrod Taylor comes back this week, I don't think they have what it takes. But defensively, IDP-wise, they're pick a linebacker because they'll do good. So.
Well, I think down the stretch, we're going to see old Russell Wilson back. So he seemed to have a little bit back last week against the 49ers.
Speaking of Russell, I'm going to make a early hot take right here, right here, right now. He's going to be a Bronco. He's going to be a Bronco.
Fits the formula.
He's going to be a Bronco.
Especially for the Broncos.
Maybe Rodgers, but I still think that Russell Wilson will be a Denver Bronco. Yes. And I will if there was a way to bet that, I could put it
or you can go to the Giants. He ain't gonna do nothing there.
No, he won't go to Giants.
He thinks his offensive line's bad in Seattle.
Well, you know what? Maybe he might say, he's like, well, I'm used to a bad line. Why not go to a different bad line? I'm used to it already.
With offensive weapons, you do nothing but get hurt all the time.
Essentially, he's just trading his receivers for a better back. What do Broncos have
Nothing
as
really.
Trade bait?
Well, do they have
Nothing.
a first?
They'll just sign him. It's his year, isn't it?
No, he signed an extension, 4 years.
For how long? That long?
Yeah.
Whatever. He'll go Broncos. He'll be Broncos.
I think they still have their first.
I don't know. They'll make it happen.
I know they got rid of a second and a third for Von Miller.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know what they'll do. That's all I know is somehow, some way, John Elway will make it happen to get Russell there. And I'm sure him and Sierra want to live in New York.
Wow. Yeah, because then he can play for the Yankees too.
What?
They own his baseball rights.
Oh, yeah, that's right. God, Jesus. I forgot about that. What position did he play? I totally forgot about that.
A great shortstop, second base, something like that.
He looks like a second baseman.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so Baltimore, Cleveland, this should be a good one. Division battle without Marlon Humphreys. Why do I keep saying Marlon Humphreys? Jesus.
Yeah, why do you got to bring him up, man?
I don't know. I don't know.
We got to rely on Cam Curl the rest of the way. I'm not very confident there.
There's other safeties. So does Baker do better? It is windy. he does better than most QBs in bad weather, as we saw as of late in the last couple of years. I think he does better than most QBs. I just think he doesn't have the materials for him to make it happen. Is the little downside of there. But when these two, another great matchup. It's kind of similar to the Raiders Chiefs game. Anything can happen between these two. Baltimore, Cleveland, they anything can happen. I feel like Cleveland has great games with Steelers and Baltimore. Why? Because they're division. But yeah, I do see Baltimore getting this one, but you never know. Who knows? Maybe Myles Garrett breaks Lamar in half, and then they have to go back to RG3. Who knows?
I think it's going to be another one of those like low scoring.
Wait, not even RG3. It's who's the other? No, it's not. It's not him. I'm thinking.
Oh, it's a guy. He's like an undrafted
Huntley.
Rookie.
Huntley. Yeah.
No, I think Oh no, Swarley's somewhere else now.
Yeah, I think it's Huntley.
Is it Huntley?
Yeah.
So undrafted rookie.
Yeah, and then New York Giants and the Chargers, LA Chargers. I think Chargers got this one. They need to.
You say that, but track. Their receivers are all gone.
Oh, I know, but they need to get back on track somehow. Somebody.
Freaking screwing me over. I got to rely on Terry McLaurin now. You know how scary that is. Gonna be guarded by Diggs.
I don't know if that was a good pun or not, but I don't know if you did that on purpose. But that was pretty good. I'll give it to you. But no, hopefully, I think the Giants may do all right here. I just think that Chargers still potentially, Saquon might have a good game here. So we'll see about that. Yeah, Chargers can't stop the run. They let everyone run. They let everyone run until
Barkley gets hurt. Sprains an ankle.
Don't put that on him. Don't put that on Barkley. All right,
I'm Barkley. I want to be like, can I just take the rest of the year off? I mean, we're not good. I just want to get healthy. That's what I would do.
I guess, but they're still gonna play him. I feel because they get paid per their games and stuff too. They get. I just feel like Barkley. I like Barkley, man. I love watching him. He's an athletic guy. And it sucks that he gets injured all the time, but unfortunately, it is what it is. But I think he's going to have a good game. I really think so. I would start him against the Chargers. They play preventive defense, so we'll see how that goes. And then you got Denver and Detroit. Start some of your Denver. I wouldn't say all your Denver guys, would you? No. Judy, Bridgewater.
Patrick? I have to. I have no other quarterback.
Well,
Carson Wentz is on bye. What do you want?
In your situation, yes. He could do good. It's Lions-ish.
So annoyed too because it was all setting up perfect because the Panthers are playing the Falcons. I was like, yeah, Darnold can go off, and then obviously that train got derailed a while back.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, bud. We thought he was good.
You dropped Bridgewater, and I was like, I got to pick this guy up now.
What's crazy is Sam Darnold was like, everyone's like, this guy is the shit. Like, he is awesome. Like the first 3 weeks.
Well, yeah, they were like 4-1, 3-1, and he actually looked good. Yeah,
he was awesome. I don't know what it is. And then they
put up almost 40 points against the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. I don't know. But in recent news, they just fired Joe Brady, so we don't know how that's going to go.
I honestly think he got hurt, and that's what happened. I think he was hurt, like during that Cowboys game. He got hurt, and he was never the same since.
Oh, there you go.
That's just my opinion, but
there you go. It's still early. No, you can make that happen. No. Have it by.
I'm pretty sure Bridgewater can put more points up than Matt Ryan. But thank you.
There you go.
Graded.
Denied.
You want to trade me a running back? Because I need one of those.
With Pollard potentially being out, yeah.
Yeah, I have. If he's out,
trade
all
you
I have
running
is
back.
If he's out, all I have is Robinson, and he's questionable.
I don't think he's gonna play.
Hines is. You don't think Robinson's playing?
I don't think he will, man.
If Robinson doesn't play, I'm screwed.
He didn't practice
today. He hasn't practiced in like 2 months.
Well, yeah, but usually like Thursday, Friday, at least he's in somewhat non-contact jersey or in some type of, he's out there with the trainers. but dude, I said I'll get you a running back. I have a plethora.
See, as was the case last week, Robinson has seen a mix of limited and missed practices leading up to Jacksonville's Week 14 clash of the Titans.
I just don't think it's gonna happen. But if it happens, great for you. I'll trade you Darrell Williams.
Oh, he must be the one who's talking about hoarding all the running backs.
You. I am. I'll trade you Darrell Williams for a 7th right here, right now, since you think that the Raiders are so bad.
Although, if
what's a 7th?
My opponent wants to leave his 6 empty spots empty, I won't actually have a problem with it.
Yeah, but he does that every week. I'll give you Williams for a 7th right now, unless you want to go deep dive into the sea and see what you can find out there. Because right now, I think best available, probably potential, is David Johnson if he comes back.
So I do have a trade pending. If the person would look at it and let me know, that'd be great.
I just, you're gonna get Adrian Peterson?
No, I sent a trade.
Oh, you did?
For a running back.
Oh.
But I need someone to.
Are they watching right now?
No.
Well, then what is it? Or are we going to be judging you? Is that what it is? You don't want to.
Oh, I offered a 3rd for James Conner.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
He doesn't watch this show.
Yeah.
That I know of.
Well, I just need him to acknowledge.
Yeah, and that's the issue. I don't think he will in time.
I know. That's why I was like, I don't know why I bothered.
Don't you have his number?
I don't think so.
Some way, somehow, you have able contact for him. Look, we'll talk about this. But anyways, okay. A 3rd, I don't think.
Braden, I'm gonna go offer a 2nd now. If you want to offer a 2nd for James Conner, knock yourself out. That's a bit too rich for my blood, sir.
God, what a jerk! Are you facing? Who are you facing right now this week?
Thornbury.
The 3rd, I think, is fine. If you could get that, that'd be great, because I think that James Conner might be on a not so much of a decline, but he'll have some type of regression next season. What is he? 26 now, right? So
yeah,
he's in that realm of, is he going to do good or not? We've seen him banged up in Pittsburgh. He's obviously healthy here with the Cardinals, which he's been doing. Established himself as the RB.
Oh, it must be nice be facing Senior. I wish I was.
Oh, yeah.
It's an easy win.
Yeah, it's automatic right there. He has had the easy. I'm not going to lie. Braden's had the easiest schedule of all of us. Everyone who sucked played. I think he's played twice this season. Me being one of them. I just had the worst luck this season. And then, yeah. That's 4 easy wins for this guy. This guy hardly had the
That's why he has 8 wins.
It's all right.
That's why he's 8-5.
Yeah, well, you know what? It is what it is. Look, if you get that would be great. I think he's going to probably want a little bit more. He does like picks, though. Now, 2nd is maybe too high. I don't know. But if you want to win, is a 2nd really going to hurt you next season?
Not this upcoming draft, no.
I mean, are you still talking? Let's talk. All right, so we're getting dynasty here. Are you still talking about getting rid of Henry or Hopkins?
Great. I didn't make the schedule.
No, I know you didn't. I did. Who would have? I don't know. It just happened. I kind of random it, except week 1. I do who you faced off from the previous season championship week, and then kind of let the randomization take full course. So in a way, very lucky, my friend.
You got lucky. The good thing was James Conner's playing on Monday, so I have an extra day for this guy to look at.
He's clinched. Yeah. So he might do it. But here's the thing. He would have to look at this thing by Saturday in order for it to go through by Monday. I'm not like most leagues and do 2 freaking days of observation time. God, that pisses me off so bad. Like, I can't do 2 days because 2 days is like a whole week in fantasy football. It really is. And then your games come up and you don't get your guy. Then you have to wait till next week for the freaking waiver week. And then it's like, boy, by that point, you don't even need him anymore, or you need him for that week. Where if it's 1 day, it's like, okay, you get to plan it out. What I don't like is having no days and then having the trade happen like that. And then I've seen trades happen in my other leagues 20 minutes before a game. Literally 20 minutes before a game, a trade pops off and changes the whole outcome of the game, of that matchup. And I don't like that at all. So I like to leave it to the one. But that's just how I run it. That's how I like it. 2 days is too much. Tank, change it. But if you don't want to, that's fine. I can live with it. Clearly, we have a bunch of horrible trading partners anyways. So Will being one of them. I won't let that go this year. So anyways. All right. So real quick, San Francisco Bengals, who are you taking?
It's a tough one, but I think I'm going to go with the Bengals.
Okay. I agree. Buffalo and Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Interesting. Okay.
I like Buffalo still. I'm still on Buffalo's train, but they look not so good lately.
Yeah, interesting. And they looked a little weird.
They were my pick for the Super Bowl in the AFC, and now I'm starting to
shady
worry.
Stuff. What are you talking about? The trade 20 minutes before a game? Yeah, that's the shade. If that's what you're talking about, that's why I like leaving it to 1 day. At least 1 day you have to plan for it. Or if it's no what is it? Commish period time. What is it? Help me out here. Where the commissioner has time to observe it. I'm a loss for words right now. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what it's called too. Like, I don't know, it's just basically time.
There we go. Good God. I like 2 days, but I like being able to push it to 1 day if it happens 1 day before the game. I won't let a trade skip over the current week unless it's last minute trade, like you said. Yeah, but then I don't know, that kind of hurts the integrity of the league, because then the rest of the other people will expect that same treatment in the beginning of the week. 2 days gives the people who
maybe you should look at the app more often. That's not our fault.
Yeah, that's how. Exactly. Exactly.
Like, if you're going to be in a league, it gives you a notification that there's a trade in the league.
Look, guy, you're playing with my money, and I'm going to try and win. All right, if you pitched in money, you should be paying attention to this. 16 weeks. If you don't have all year to do Dynasty, don't do Dynasty. Do redraft. You committed 16 weeks of your time. Sorry, 17 weeks. That's how long I've been playing. 17 weeks of your time. Do it. You're checking this thing daily because availability is key to winning this. Mm-hmm. And if you're first on snap of getting all who you need, then you're gonna win, or you're gonna be in the top tier. 2 days is too much. That's a freaking week. That's a freaking week in fantasy football. You got your Thursday game, and then if one of those trades involve a Thursday game guy, guess what? You don't get them. You have to wait till the following week, and anything can happen that week. Fantasy.
But he's saying as commish though, he can push it through if need be.
Yeah, but that's also the thing though. Yeah, but then the other fantasy managers are going to expect that same treatment later in time. Like, oh well, you push this one, and then he's going to have to argue with the rest of the league. You don't need a player on Wednesday. That's just not being patient. I want to play with my Look, what's wrong with the day? That's why I put a day. A day is fine for me. I feel like a day in trading is fine. You don't get them instantly, but you get them maybe potentially before the game. But hey, whatever. It's all good. We like MVS or Claypool PPR this week.
And then he says he could play both, but he has Kareem and he has Hunt and he likes Kareem. Is Kareem playing?
Hunt.
I thought he had a setback though.
I think he's coming back this week. He should be coming back this week. He should be good to go And I think if he's playing against a rivalry matchup against...
Isn't listed on the injury report. Never mind.
No,
he's good.
I
He's
think
good.
it's
He's
fine.
Good. We'll make a trade for him. He's on the block too. You bring in a whole new running back squad.
Jesus, you good luck with that, man. You're gonna make it. You're gonna have to make it today or tomorrow in order to get him. But let's see. So I don't like Claypool this season. Is he a great player? He's a fantastic player. I don't trust him enough with the whole offense there. It seemed like Deontay Johnson's the only one who's getting majority of the work. Najee Harris is getting majority of the work. Fairmouth is getting more in the end zone than Claypool is. So MVS, I'm going to choose that over MVS. So now I'm going to look at MVS or Kareem Hunt. And this is at the flex, or, well, I'm assuming at the flex because it's...
Well, he's one receiver, but he said he could play both because he could take Kareem out of the flex.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But he's saying he likes him.
I like MVS. I know you.
Crap! Now Cobb is out. I'm taking back. I'm going MVS.
Hold on. So let's go back to yesterday.
I'm losing this one now.
MVS or Judy. Let's go back to yesterday.
I'm losing
MVS or Judy.
No, I'm not going to change my mind. I'll stick to my guns.
You're gonna okay. All right.
I'm not going to cop out and switch just because Cobb is out.
Hey, the game hasn't happened. I just get an automatic win. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'll get you on the tight ends.
I like how you're reading there and you're not showing it. Come on, comment guy.
Well, I was still on the other one. I didn't want to.
Yeah, but then you switch back to it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Jesus. Is this your first day?
Yes, my first day, guys. I'm new. I'm an intern.
I like MVS against Chicago's weak DB defense. Jackson isn't really doing as much as I thought he would be.
I'll take MVS over Claypool.
Yeah, MVS over Claypool this week. But the question is MVS or Kareem Hunt. I think if it's a PPR against Chicago,
the question is not MVS over Kareem Hunt.
Okay, if he leaves him in, like,
so if you're taking MVS, then it becomes Claypool over Kareem Hunt.
Okay, my bad.
No, you're good.
And this is why you're here. I would stick with MVS. I'll stick with MVS. That's just
and
how
Kareem, or are you going to put Claypool in? No, I think I take Kareem and MVS. That's who I'm taking.
Yeah, MVS and
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt, yes. I don't like Claypool there.
Yeah, how long has it been since he's even done anything?
I don't know. He's done a couple things here and there. He's relevant-ish in a deeper league of 14-man probably. I don't know. I'm gonna look that up right now.
You too, because I'm
while you read this other crap. Or are you doing that? All right, you do that.
5.4 last week, 8.2, 9.
This is PPR.
This is not PPR. This is our league.
Okay.
I guess I could go to the PPR league.
Well, everyone and their mom plays PPR, so
I'm going.
Standard.
Going right now. I'll get it up in 2 seconds.
So yeah, Cobb is out.
It's already up in the search.
It's already PPR at 20 points. And then let's see. You don't need a player on Wednesday. That's just not being paid. All right, you already said. I already put that. All right. And then he said
7.4, 11.2, 14.4, 0 because he was hurt. 7.3, 10, 3.7.
He's all over the place.
0.
He's all over the place.
24 against Denver.
MVS and Kareem Hunt. That's
his highest. Yeah.
I'm going to say MVS and Kareem Hunt. Just because I don't know. Isn't Peterson back this week? Patrick Peterson? Did I hear something about that?
Yeah, he is. He was taken off of the IR and COVID list. I think he was on both.
It's not gonna help him out. All right, so per Green Bay beat writer Ryan Wood, receiver Randall Cobb is going to be out for a while due to core muscle injury, and stated by head coach Matt LaFleur. So that's going to take him at least 2 weeks. These receivers and their core injuries, especially that age, yeah. Jackson, it took him all season 2-3 years ago. All right. So what's up, Derek? We need a receiver help. Okay, full PPR, 2 receivers and a flex. I have Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Ooh.
Well, Mike Williams is for sure out. Keenan Allen still has a shot to play because he's vaccinated. Mm-hmm. So it'll take 2 negative tests within 24 hours, and he'd be able to. It'd be just like the T.J. Watt. Like T.J. Watt was listed as out, but then at the last minute they're like, "Oh, he's playing." Thank God I switched that.
So Mike Williams is not even an option here, right?
No,
so
he's unvaccinated.
But
he's mandatory like 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah. So Keenan Allen, I would keep the report because if you look at Ayuk, Mooney, Cooks, and Van Jefferson and Claypool here.
All right, never mind. Apparently, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Freaking Braden. Freaking Braden. Look, Braden's our third guy. He's part of the show. He's just not part of the show. That makes sense. So we trust Braden. Williams against the New York Giants.
I mean, I would say I really like the Ayuk, but he did absolutely nothing last week.
Well, that's because 49ers, we don't ever know what they're doing.
I was like, he's going to take over the Deebo.
Yeah, and then Samuel. It was Kittle. It was all Kittle.
Yeah, and it was all. I'm like, you haven't thrown to Kittle all year.
That's exactly my point.
All year, and then now you're going to throw it.
We don't know what's going on in 49ers. Do I put Ayuk? I think I okay. I don't know how this helps out, but I have Ayuk in one of my lineups. I don't have an option. It's against Cincinnati. They're 20th against receivers. I put him in. I put Ayuk in. I like Mooney, yeah, but against freaking Green Bay with Jair Alexander coming back, I don't think so.
Cold weather.
I don't think I want to put Mooney in because Jair Alexander shuts receivers down. They're gonna put him on Mooney, and Mooney's not gonna do anything. Cooks, well, no, because if Mills throwing,
he needs 3 too.
I know, I freaking know.
I mean, Ayuk for sure. I think I'm leaning towards Claypool.
I think
I don't like Claypool.
Van Jefferson's okay.
I don't like Claypool because if Allen and Williams do come back, you're stuck already having played Claypool because he's the Thursday night game.
This guy's literally, I think his options are going to be Williams and Allen if they both play.
Oh, I would play both of them for sure.
You're going to have to. And then what, Ayuk in the flex?
And then I would take Ayuk as well. But if they don't get cleared, ooh.
Okay, so if they get cleared, we're putting Allen, Williams, Ayuk. If they're not cleared, leaves us with Ayuk, Van Jefferson, Mooney if Fields plays.
Yeah.
Because Fields is playing, from what I know of. I heard.
Get him. He says he has MVS available. We'll pick him up right now.
MVS. There you go. Is this redraft? Or is this dynasty? Now that's gonna hurt him. Hold on, because if this is dynasty, I wouldn't drop any of these guys. If this is redraft, how in the world did you end up with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams? MVS should be the guy.
Mike Williams was. I got him in our redraft.
His redraft.
In our
but do you have both of them? Do you have both, Allen?
But let me finish. I picked up Mike Williams as a free agent. He wasn't even drafted.
Okay, so this is probably what happened to Derek. All right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like after the draft happened, I think I had it. I think I dropped him for Dobbins. No, I didn't have Dobbins in that one. I dropped him for somebody.
Right. Mike Williams is just in this particular situation, he has both. So that's why I just wanted to know if this was dynasty, because
redraft
dynasty.
Oh, he traded for Mike Williams right here.
Oh, and then he's been he made the trade and then he disappeared. He's doing all right. But look, I think if they're both good, you put both of them in against the Giants, and then you start with Ayuk. But if Allen, here we go. Even we got our producer in here as well. Will Williams can play. Yeah, we saw that, and then he said he's almost agreeing with what I'm about to say. Allen and Williams could both play this week, but you start them both and Ayuk. That's what I'm saying right now. But if Allen can't, if Allen is still out, this is the who do we pick of the three? Is Tyrod Taylor like he's done so, right? Or is he coming back this week? I didn't check on that.
No, I think Mills is the starter.
I
because I was looking at QBs and he was up there. I don't think he'd be up there if he wasn't.
It's got to be Mooney. Mark, help me out here. What are you doing here? I have Allen with Ayuk. If Allen's not playing, Williams,
MVS.
Ayuk, Mooney.
MVS.
Or MVS, yes.
Yeah, MVS is available. I'll be like, go get him right now. But then
the next question, who's he dropping for him?
Well, does he have a COVID list? He can just put one of them on the COVID list, pick them up, and then deal with it later.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, Derek. I hope any of this helps. That sucks, man. And yeah. So okay, so hopefully you don't have do you have the COVID list? If you do, put one of them in there. Exactly, who do I drop? That's the thing. Tank says, I'm pretty sure Williams is going to play. Allen has 50-50 depending on the testing, but I would go Williams, Allen, Ayuk. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you there. Just in case Williams, Ayuk can be. Yes.
All right, I think so I would drop Cooks for MVS.
Really?
I just don't like the quarterback situation in Houston
this week.
Even with Tyrod, I don't.
Here's the question, Derek. Of these receivers, who are you going to use the most and least going into your fantasy playoffs? If you don't have, how many times are you going to start Claypool or Cooks? That's what you got to look at. So I'm going to do a little. So here, Claypool's got, what's his schedule for the rest of the week? SE fantasy playoffs, and I appreciate it. Yeah, for sure. It's been a tough week, and it's a must win. Yeah, a lot of us are in that situation. I have Williams and Allen both COVID list.
That's reserved. For sure.
Okay, so you have them both in there, so you could pull one of them out. Okay. I don't think Allen leaves, which is what we're gonna have to bank on.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tank's in here. He's at work too, huh? I would drop either Mooney or most likely Van Jefferson. Chicago's
I was leaning as Mooney too, but I do know Fields is back and Fields likes Mooney.
Fields loves Mooney.
So I wasn't 100% sure about that. And then I was kind of thinking Van Jefferson, but I know going down the end of the year, Stafford likes Van Jefferson and they're in must win mode. So I don't know. I just feel like
Claypool has two good matchups the next couple weeks.
But that's why I leaned on Cooks because they're already out of the playoffs. I don't know how much that team's going to care going forward.
Yeah. Let's see. They got Seattle. It's going to be tough. Then they have Jacksonville. Then they got the Chargers. And then they end it with San Francisco. He might need Cooks his last week, though, against San Francisco.
Why?
Well, because San Francisco's DBs aren't that great. And Cooks, if Taylor should be back by then. But I don't think he's starting anybody besides over Williams and Allen, depending on the situation, or Ayuk. I would say so. Let's stick with Williams, Allen, Ayuk, and if not, Williams, Ayuk, MVS, and drop Van Jefferson or Cooks.
Yeah, but if you're dropping Cooks and you have MVS going forward, I think that's probably a better pickup going forward.
What's Adams' timeline to come back?
Wait, Adams is hurt? I thought Adams was playing.
No, not Adams. I'm sorry. Cobb.
Oh, I was like, now you're really throwing things in my head.
My bad. Well, I mean, I'm still thinking about Adams' hamstring.
I think Cobb is minimum 2 weeks, maybe more. It's a core injury, man. You're not going to just come back from that.
No, you're not. You're not. He might be done. So you want MVS for the rest of the season.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, but I think you can afford to get rid of Cooks, and you can run with Williams, Allen, and MVS.
Yeah. So who are we dropping then?
Cooks.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm struggling, so I'm gonna trust you and go with what you're saying, because I mean, look, I see all these guys being really good, because Cobb's definitely gonna be, he's done, at least fantasy wise. I think he's done. So I think you'll know about Allen by Saturday. Yeah. But yeah. So Derek, if you're wanting to hang out again, let us know on Sunday, with the rest of the gang. It could be, but it could be, and Mark we trust.
And Mark we trust. That's right.
It might be Tank. It might be Tank. I think Marvin might be coming back. I know I'll be here. Are you showing up this Sunday? Maybe
I can. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. We'll see. I know. Last week I won't be partying this weekend. So
don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah. If you would say,
Why not?
I don't know. I feel weird saying it.
I kind of do too, but I mean, everybody does it on YouTube, so.
Yeah. Well, it's all good. All right. So
beat the YouTube algorithm.
Whatever. Anyway, so I really hope, Derek, that helps you out, man. That is a tough one with yeah, for sure. Pick up MVS. I think MVS is going to be number 2.
That's what he did. He said I dropped Cooks and picked up MVS.
Yeah. And look, if Cooks does do good, just that it might be Mills for this week, next week, and then Taylor might be back. Just let it go. Because you have Allen and Williams, MVS, Ayuk. You have way better guys. Yeah. It's all good. Whatever. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Anyways. So I think we pretty much covered everything except for the last 2 games, Chicago, Green Bay. We're gonna go with Green Bay because he owns Chicago Bears, so that's
he
easy.
Does own them. He's part owner now.
No, I think when he retires, he's gonna buy the team because he owns them. So that's enough of that. And then we'll go with LA Rams in Arizona. Dude, tickets are $400 nosebleeds.
It's Monday night, man.
I know. I was like, I'll get some nosebleeds for $100. Nope, $400 for the top row.
Where's your season tickets?
You really think that I'm gonna get those? It's the family one.
Oh,
we all pitch in for those are some great seats.
I know, that would be amazing.
Those are some great.
You could swindle your way into those.
I don't think I will. I will ask, but here's the thing: if I end up going, it will just be me with Aunt Rebecca. She has majority rules over those tickets, and those are some sweet seats.
Yes,
let's see, those pictures that I have the Cardinals background, this one right here, which I know our faces right freaking in front doesn't help. I don't know here. I'll remove us for a little bit, and you can take a view of what these seats are like. It's like the wheelchair seats. All right, here. And that was last year.
Yep.
That was last year. So I'll put you back over there. So, but yeah, those were great seats, and we get those every year. So, watching Aaron Donald chase Kyler Murray down would be awesome to watch. Do you think he gets a sack? I think Murray's too quick for him.
Yeah, I think he'll flush him out a few times, but I don't know if he'll actually.
He might get one. He might get a lucky one.
Maybe.
It'd be an interesting one. So, all right. So
this Murray does have that tendency to randomly go up when he shouldn't, and then Donald will be right there.
Yeah. So the last time they faced off, Cardinals beat LA Rams. Do you think it happens again? Do they split? Does the Rams take this one now?
I mean, it was the first time they beat McVay, so
yeah.
And like
I think the Cardinals can take
10
it 10
times of trying.
Look, I'm all on it. I think
all
they Cardinals.
Can, though. I think they
Why?
can, though.
Because of this right here.
I think they
can. Myself 350 bing bings right there.
Hey, if they beat the Rams, I mean, you almost pretty much can cash that in, I think.
Pretty much.
Because
I'll be strolling on.
They'll be 3 games ahead of them, but it'll be more like 4 because they can't tie.
No.
So
they can't.
So if they win this game, you basically cash in your Benjamins, sir.
If you're wondering what this is, this is before DraftKings and all this. Arizona, we were like last for Sportsbook. We were doing paper bits. I'm not showing it right now. You have to look in the other ones. I have other videos past in April. I've had this ticket since then. I placed a bet on the Cardinals on April 25th, just around draft time, and I said they were going to win the division. It is happening. It is happening, and if they win this week, I'm going to feel so great. I'm going to feel so good.
You're gonna smack your head though when they go all the way, and you could have cashed in at each tier.
No, because they will not make it that far.
Wow, so much confidence,
Bills
but then yet so much lack thereof. It's just crazy with you right now.
I'm still on the Bills right now. I'm still on the Bills. I don't care
Bills,
how low
if they lose this week, I'm gonna say they're done.
If the Lions are the best team in the NFL, I'm gonna go with the Bills. I don't care. All right. Anyways, thank you for hanging out. Especially Derek, you gave us a real tough one. Thank you. Typically we end at an hour after we were just bragging about how we're the only show in the Nerd Huddle that ends at an hour. But that was a tough one. So anyways, come back Sunday. Let us know how you did, and also Mano, come back. Check us out. See what you did. I'm gonna think about Mano all day today. Because he's starting both. I really hope both of them. It's gonna bug me. But anyways, that's our show. Anything else? Anything? No. We're good. All right.
I think so.
Sweet. Good luck, Mark, on your Fairmouth pick. I don't think it's going to happen because I think Conklin's going to outbeat him, but we'll see. Anyways.
Well, good luck with your Conklin pick because I don't think that's going to happen. So.
All right. Thanks for watching. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever the hell you're at. My name is Martin. This is Mark. This is Dynasty Pylon Show. We will catch you next week, Tuesday or Sunday with the Morning Spike. Later.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. When I watch me elevate. I was born to win, I watch me elevate. I was born to win, I watch me elevate. When I watch me elevate.
MAIL or MIL?